welcome back. Today is Thursday, and on Thursdays, LEGO Fortnite loves to drop new updates, and as you can see on screen, we got just that today. This update is nothing other than hot fixes, so don't get too excited, but what I will say are there are some great changes in this update that we're gonna get through, and we're gonna dive deep into the numbers as well. I'm gonna tell you basically everything you need to know about that, along with a $20,000 competition that LEGO Fortnite just announced. The challenge definitely flew under a lot of people's radars, so I'm gonna make sure to give you all of the details for everything you'll need to know on that. Timestamps will be down below as we've been doing on the channel recently, so you can go to any segment you want, but let's start with the actual update because some things are kind of just whatever, but they did make some nice inventory changes. So to start us off, we'll just read LEGO Fortnite Status's Twitter, where they said, "We've released a new balance hotfix increasing stack sizes and changes to AWR troopers." And they start by saying, "Jumping into a new world, get ready to fight the rebellion with changes to the common health charm and hunting dagger 2, making them easier to craft." And opening up the small list of 3 notes that they listed down on actual updates, they said stack sizes have been increased for planks, rods, slabs of all varieties. AWR troopers are weaker, but watch out for their melee attacks. Their damage has been increased. We can't leave them totally defenseless. And for the last thing on our list, they said that the common hunting dagger and health charm recipes require more accessible materials to craft and are unlocked by acquiring granite and silk respectively. And that's all good and interesting, but I have more details for you because that doesn't really say a lot. But what does say a lot is this tweet here from Fortnite Assist, where they actually went through and listed every single little detail. And as you can see, pause the screen if you want, but planks, wooden rods, and granite slabs now hold in stacks of 80 instead of 30. And then knot root rods and flex wood along with marble, obsidian, and malachite slabs all hold in stacks of 50, whereas before they were 30. Now, sure, the numbers are useful and all, but I do want to show you guys this in action. So we're coming up here to my storage room where I have an overflow chest of planks, but I'm also overflowing on granite slabs, and I have a lot of marble slabs. So I want to see how useful this stack feature is going to be. Let's go ahead and merge all of these 30 stacks of planks, which are now going to be 80 stacks, which, oh my goodness, this is going to save me so much room. So let me go ahead and just hit take all, and then we're going to move all of it back. And wow, look at that. This was a full chest a second ago, and now it's not even half taken up. So that's a very nice change. I know you guys already read the numbers, but you know, it's nice to see this in action, like I said. So let's go ahead and merge all of our granite together. This is already just so satisfying to do. And just like that, it went from all of these stacks, I forgot to count, but now we only have 3 stacks. This is changing the game. Sure, it's a hot fix, no new content, but it is a game-changing update. Let's go ahead and continue to do this. These stack in stacks of 50, as I said earlier. And again, yeah, definitely saves us a lot of room. And wow, yeah, I forgot to mention that even these knot root and flexwood rods are going to stack, which is also very nice. So overall, I would have to say that that is an absolute W of a change, but there's more to get to, and then we have to talk about the $20,000 challenge, like I said. So we're going to quickly go through the rest of the hot fix. I have all the numbers on screen. You can pause as always if you want to. The AWR trooper boss has been adjusted. The health has been nerfed by 28%. The boss's DL44 damage increased by 38%, and the boss's melee damage has been increased by 13%. So in summary, they're making the AWR trooper weaker, but deal more damage, which is interesting. I'll have to test it out in sandbox. It seems like it'll still be a pretty easy elimination on our side, but it is still cool to see them tweaking these tiny little things. Like, I mean, we could have gone without that change, but it's nice that they're doing stuff like that. The crafting items for the following items have been changed. Common hunting dagger. It used to require 6 granite and 4 bones. Now it requires 6 granite and 4 wood. And the common health charm used to require 3 silk thread, 3 bone, and 5 claws. Now it requires 3 silk, 3 bone, and 5 claws. So overall, those last bits of changes that I just read out to you aren't the greatest. I mean, I don't know. I don't really use the common hunting dagger, and I also don't use the common health charm. And then, of course, the AWR troopers. I've already gotten all the lightsabers, so I don't really need to fight any more bosses. But I will say it's a good update for people just starting the game. If you're not like me and you're not using, you know, epic charms that are actually good, then when you're starting out, you should probably go ahead and craft yourself a common health charm. I honestly didn't even remember that this existed until the hotfix, but it gives 1 heart and 1 shield in exchange for 3 silk, 3 bones, and 5 wolf claws. Before, it required 3 silk thread, which is a big difference because you actually have to craft a spinning wheel to make those, and that's extra effort. But along with that, they also fixed up the common hunting dagger, which is somewhere in here. Here it is. I mean, look at what's required. It's basically free, but this is nice because I swear that nobody even used hunting daggers after day 1 when they first came out. So yeah, I craft one of these for 6 granite and 4 pieces of wood, and then I can run around. And I don't want to kill a chicken right now because I feel bad. Actually, you know what? I bet you this doesn't even kill a chicken because it's so weak. Let's test it. Never mind. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave the weapon on the floor and never look at it again because I'm ashamed of myself. But on a serious note, it is pretty good updates for people just starting out in the game because, yeah, they can just collect some granite and some wood off of the floor and make themselves a cheap hunting dagger. Also, the health charm isn't as hard to get anymore. So W updates, I would say, although they don't really pertain to a lot of people watching and myself. But it's time to get on to the next part of the video, which is gonna be us talking about the $20,000 competition that I mentioned a little bit earlier. Now, the only place that I've seen this posted is the Lego Fortnite Instagram story. So I'm gonna pop that up because that's the only place I could find news on this other than the article. And it says, you are the creative mastermind in Lego Fortnite. What's the story of your village and its villagers? What adventures do you take them on? Is the desert shark ship a mysterious overlord that once saved us from the brutes? Or is it a fallen enemy? There are so many possibilities within Lego Fortnite. Tell us what's your fantasy. Head over to legoworldbuilder.com/Lego Fortnite. And when you go over there, you'll find yourselves on this page. And if we read through, it says a lot of the same stuff to basically create your own possibilities. But if we scroll down further into the article, you'll see what I'm talking about with the cash prize. It says, flesh it out with in-game screenshots or original images. 5 creators' world/stories will be chosen and turned into a series of YouTube videos and cash prizes of $3,500 per chosen world. It says this prompt will be open until June 19th, 2024, so get to building. The Lego World Builder platform brings creators and communities together to collaborate and develop original stories, shows, and more alongside the Lego creative team. Now, up until this point, when I was reading this for the first time, I was still very confused, so I took a deeper dive, and I'm going to tell you guys everything that I learned. So first off, you got to make an account over on Lego World Builder. And when you make an account, you'll be on this landing page, which will explain a little bit more about what's going on and how to get started. But the more interesting thing is if you come over up to the top and explore worlds, you will see a lot of different stories made by the Lego community. Although there are a lot of Fortnite ones now, there's also ones for other things other than Lego Fortnite, like just Lego in general. I believe this is a Ninjago story here. So yeah, you can make stories for anything, and the general vibe of this is that you can make your own stories. I had to experiment, and if I go to my profile, you'll see that I have my own story. This one is still a work in progress because I'm not done with it, but if I click on it here, it's Axo's quest for the legendary cheese. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you'll know that that's the story of our survival series anyway, so I figured it was only right to write about that. But after I started my story, I had to give it a tiny description, which you can read in your own time. I'll link it down below. And you also have to go and add elements. So you can add things like characters, a society, the history, the places, the storyline, transport, items, and resources. So yeah, you can add all of these elements, and then after you do, you can explain what every element is. And for the sake of the story that I'm personally trying to tell, and the one I've been trying to tell on this YouTube channel for a long time, is that cheese is the best item in the game. But outside of that, I'm still working on my story, as I said. You guys can check it out actually right now. It'll be linked at the top of the description. Along with that, you can open up your stories to the other people on this website where they can actually contribute to your story. For example, I believe that people should be able to come over to my page and contribute, which I honestly don't know what that means, and I'm kind of scared. But yeah, on top of making your story, the main prize, like I said, is not the money. It's the fact that the Lego group will actually develop a short film based off of your story. Here's a quick example from Ninjago where somebody wrote a Ninjago themed story and they got developed by the Lego group. And I'm just thinking about how sick it would be to have an animated Axo story where the entire goal of it is for him to obtain all of the cheese in his Lego world so that he can maintain his society. But that's just my idea. You guys can go ahead over to the link in the description and make your own stories. I'm going to be looking through some of them as well because I'm interested to see what the community creates. It's a very fun and unique challenge, and if you guys are into writing stories or anything like that, or you just have good ideas in general, go try it out. You never know if your story can get picked up, and you can also collaborate with your friends on it, which sounds like a lot of fun. I'll see you guys over on the website. I don't know if you guys are able to contribute to my stories, but if you are, feel free to. I'll accept some of the best submissions. But yeah, all of the official details are going to be over on that landing page. So I'll spare you all of the other little details that you don't need to know on this video. Go check that out. But other than that, that's about it from today's update, as well as the $20,000 Lego competition that's being hosted. Best of luck to all of you guys making your own stories. I really hope to see some of your guys' creations get picked up by the Lego group, and I'm for sure going to be watching all of the ones that come out of this Fortnite challenge. So yeah, that's about it from today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, as always, be sure to drop a like and make sure you are subscribed so you can say you were here before a million. If you found this video helpful at all, it really helps out. But yeah, it's been your boy Kaz. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.